Hello and welcome everyone to a new video here on my channel with another, well, you can call it showcase of the B-11 Strikeforce. And today I just wanted to make a quick test how fast this aircraft really is in comparison to the other aircraft like the Hydra or Pyro, because I've heard many people say that this thing is too slow. So yeah, let's take this one for a test, compare it to some other aircraft to figure out just how fast it really is. You can see in the bottom right we've got kilometers per hour, in the top right we've got miles per hour, so everyone can take a look at their preferred unit of measurement. So first off, this one has all upgrades installed regarding engine and handling, so this is as fast as it can possibly go. Alright, of course, when we nosedive, the aircraft will be quite a bit faster. So let's take a quick look first at low level flying when you wanna attack. Alright, let's just try flying at a level altitude. No shooting, no diving, no anything. Alright, so as you can see, it tops out at about 200 kilometers per hour or about 125 miles per hour. But in GTA there is a difference between low level flying and flying at high altitude, so let's take a look there as well. I mean, when you're flying high, it's not really useful for attacking anyone, except for maybe in a dogfight, but I don't really think you want a dogfight with this one here anyway. But it can be used to travel across the map, so the faster the aircraft is, the faster you can travel the map, which is also quite nice. Alright, that should be sufficient now. Alright, let's level off and take a look at just how fast we can go at this altitude right here. So as you can see, it's already significantly faster than at low level, reaching over 300 kilometers per hour and still increasing. Alright, so right now we are still accelerating, slowly but Alright, so top speed is about 375 kilometers per hour or 235 miles per hour. I think it was 235. Let's just take a look at how fast it can go if we're gonna dive down. Right. Okay, let's bring this thing down. Alright, so as you can see in low level flying, this thing is already a lot faster. 274. Let's bring this thing up. One thing I noticed is, though, with the Hydra, when you climb up like that, you will eventually stall. You can't keep on doing this forever, like in the Lazer. But the same as with the Strikeforce, it can climb like this, just like the Lazer. So that's already an advantage over the Hydra right there. So if you got a Hydra on your ass, you might just want to pull straight up and try to escape that way. Okay, I think this should be enough altitude. Alright, so as you can see, the high altitude speed is slower than that of the Strikeforce. So technically, if you're flying at high altitude, you can outrun a Hydra, which is quite good to know. And it feels like it doesn't gain as much speed when nosediving as the Strikeforce. Let's test the Lazer in low level flying. It does have a higher acceleration than the Hydra, but it's slower. Yep, that is slower than the Hydra. Still faster than the Strikeforce though. And once again, this one here barely reaches 200 miles per hour, so also slower than the Strikeforce at high altitude. Interesting. Alright, and last but not least, we want to test the Pyro. But here we can actually modify the engine. Alright, so this one is also faster than the Lazer. Should be more or less on par with the Hydra. I will post the results in the description as well, so don't worry about that. You'll have a nice overview. Yeah, okay, this one is also faster than the Hydra and Lazer. This could be about as fast as the Strikeforce, just I think just a little bit slower. So the Pyro could actually be able to keep up at high altitudes. And is also significantly faster when diving. So yeah, this is interesting. The B-11 is the slowest plane at low altitude, which makes it, well, kinda easy to use for ground attacks, but also more vulnerable at low altitude. Might be easier to nosedive then. Oh, come on. But anyway, I find it interesting that this aircraft, the Strikeforce I mean, is the fastest at high altitude, which means that you can actually escape from the other aircraft just by outrunning them at high altitude, and that you can also cross the map quicker than with any of the other aircraft. So, while indeed it's the slowest of these fighter planes at low altitude, probably when you attack other players on the ground, it's on the other hand the fastest aircraft in the air. So that's actually a good way to make up some tactics like hit and run, strike, fly away high. That's actually good to know. I wonder how exactly it works. I didn't really know that aircraft have such a huge difference in speed regarding different altitudes, but that's interesting to know. So yeah, I hope this video was a bit informational, so to say, for you, and like I said, the results will also be posted in the description. Maybe you have already read them and stopped watching the video, but whatever. So yeah, for those who watched the video till the end, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, as always, take care.